and welcome into this video. Today's video, I'm going to share with you some conditions under which, if you find yourself in, thou shall not pick that credit or that loan, okay? Straight to the point number one, or the condition number one is if you have an unstable income. Look here, the reason as to why you shouldn't subscribe for a loan if you have an unstable income is the loan has its repayment structure from the financial institutions end. So should you also have a repayment plan from your end. Now, if an income is unstable, you land into some crisis. Number one, you might find yourself going for quick loans, or maybe you go to pick a soft loan to settle a long-term loan, and it comes along with high interest rate, so you suffer double tragedy. On the other end, you default because it's time to pay and you don't have the money to pay back. You default the loan, and that is how you land into bad credit books with financial institutions. So if you don't have a stable income, or you don't have a stable source of finance, or now you're going to repay that loan, please take a pause. The condition number two, if you find yourself is high interest rate. If you're being offered a loan that has a very high interest rate, most of the time these things won't hit you until it's repayment period time, and then you're like, kwani loan haishi? It's not that haishi, it's because you're paying hefty interest rates, but because you didn't consider this when you're picking it, maybe to look for alternative means, now you find yourself in a messy situation and you have to sort out the shit that you already landed into. Number three condition that you really need to check is when you're making it as an impulse decisions. You see, loans is not an impulse thing that you just jump into, or it's not. You see, we don't pick credits for fun. So it should be a well thought decision before you land into it. The other circumstance under which, if you find yourself in, you should not pick loan is if you already have existing debts. You see, if you already have debts, you're already in a pit. Please, I don't think it's advisable for you to dig deeper. When you find yourself in debt, what you should do quick first is have a debt management plan. After having the debt management plan, if it throws you into a circumstance of debt consolidation, then under this case only, under this condition only, this is where maybe you can go for another credit that has much more favorable terms than any other debt that you have, and then you'll be paying it because you'll use it to settle any other debt that you have. Then you'll be sorting that particular, or the one debt that you took to settle the mess of the debts that you had. The last and not the least circumstance under which, if you find yourself in, thou shalt not pick that loan is when you don't understand the terms and the conditions of the loans. Now, many are the times that we just sign up the loans form and get the money. You're so excited that, I've got this money, but you don't know under which terms, at what cost have you been given that money. You see, most of the times in every deal, there's a fool. So make sure that you're not the fool in this case. Don't let the financial institutions take advantage of you, or your creditors take advantage of you because you didn't read through the terms and the conditions. First, can you understand the terminologies that they have used and the hidden fees? Many other times that some creditors will be very cunning. They use terminologies that they know you want to go digging deep. Some of them will tell you, oh, this is a fixed interest rate, this is a variable interest rate. So you won't dig deep to understand, so how is this interest rate written here going to affect me? Or is it for my good or for my bad? And some hidden fee that you don't understand inside there. So, and during the repayment time, this is when it hits you so bad. Also under the terms chill, some of them have very aggressive debt collection procedures. You see, like most of these mobile loans, they'll come to you, they'll give you loans, and then if you default kidogo during the repayment period, they access your contact list, I don't know how, and then they'll call people in your contact list. Some people who even don't know you have a loan. And you see, when you have some credit or everything, I think it's quite a very private affair. You don't go putting out your dirty million there, but no, this is what they do in return. And it turns out to be very embarrassing. So please check out on that. And still under the terms, please be careful to pick loans that have a rollover clause. A rollover clause is where if you fail to have settled your debt within the agreed term, or within the agreed period of time, it rolls over to another new term, of course under some fee and interest rate. And now this debt becomes very expensive for you, and that's how you land into cyclic debts. So please, can you be very careful and watch the conditions under which you pick some of these debt facilities to avoid you landing into some messy situations in which you can avoid. So take note of that, and please be careful and make very, very wise financial decisions. Don't be an impulse person. Don't take credits or impulse or desperately. Until the next video, it's a bye.